Right, so hey guys, what is going on? My name is Ben and welcome to this video. Now, just before we get started, I'm going to say that this video is going to be controversial and just wanted to put that out there. But today, I'm going to be talking about why Donald Trump's comments are absolutely ridiculous. So, obviously, if you don't know, the other week, there was a shooting in America. Very common occurrence, but after this event, Donald Trump come out and made a statement that they need to ban violent video games. Video games! They blame video games for all the shootings. So, today I'm going to be talking about why I think that's a load of shit. Coincidentally enough, I have two cases of probably two of the best games. So we've got GTA San Andreas and GTA 5, and both of them are pretty violent games. Admittedly, yes, they are US and are both based in America. Quite a lot of games are violent, especially ones that are rated PEGI 18, because all the GTAs are rated PEGI 18. Now, first argument I want to make, Japan, the country, is like the world's biggest thing for video games. They have the most video games. They have had no shootings. And they have the same video games. In the UK, we have the same video games that they have in America because we speak the same language, pretty much the same, but we just have different refresh rates on our screens. So, how come in the UK, the last time there was a school shooting was back in the 70s? This game was released back in 2013. Well, this one was released in 2014, but the original version of this was released in 2013. This was released back in the 2000s. I don't actually know when, but them games have been out. They're both violent games. GTA Vice City, you could have chainsaws and chop off people's heads. Now, I'm not saying things like that don't happen in this country, but definitely not as often as they happen in America. Most definitely not. So I don't understand how Trump can think that it's video games' fault. The Second Amendment to the US Constitution, the little right things, is that it protects the rights for people to bear arms, which means carry guns. I think America is probably the only country in the world, or the only thing in the world, where people are allowed to carry guns. In this country, the only people that are allowed guns properly are like very specific police officers. In America, it's easier to buy an AK-47 than it is a Kinder Egg. It's a Kinder Egg. They're genuinely banned because people are that fucking mongy that they fucking eat it whole. Well, to be fair, the president thinks that fucking games cause fucking school shooters and fucking people shooting up like whatever. So yeah, I'm not surprised people are fucking disabled and fucking scranner full fucking, what they call them, Kinder Egg. Why don't they just amend it so it's like specific police, like what we have in this country where only specific police officers can have them? Because if anyone can, they can literally walk into their equivalent of Asda and buy a gun. If we want to buy a gun in this country, we've got to go on the bloody dark web and bloody find somewhere to buy them and shit like that, or be a hunter, I guess, but in this country, we're not even allowed to carry a knife if we're going hiking or hunting or anything. They're allowed to walk around with guns. But yeah, it's video games that cause people to want to do all these shootings. Because that's how society works. That's just what goes through people's heads. And every time that there's one of these shootings, they just avoid the whole situation. Most of the American people think that they should change the law. They should make it tougher to get a gun. But because it's their God-given right to carry a bloody, maybe back in like the 1800s when it were cowboys and Indians and shit, then maybe it made more sense to carry a gun. Because obviously people were going to kill you to take your kids or your land or whatever. But in this modern day and age, there's no real need for guns. So, America, wake up. Because if not, more and more of your children will be killed horribly and in a disgusting way. 73% of homicides in 2017, so that means like murders and stuff like that, in 2017 was 73% related to guns. In England, it was 3%. So if nearly all of the murders involved guns, maybe it's a gun problem. Maybe it's not because of things like this. Maybe it's not because of games like this. So how they can blame this for all the shootings, I'll never know, because most normal people can distinguish between this being fictional and real life. It's the thick, mentally ill. Even if they changed it so you had to have 100% stability, you couldn't have any problems or whatever to buy a gun, then yeah, that would be alright. But anyone can go in and buy one, unless they're physically, chronically insane and in a mental asylum. That's my little rant about guns in America. They should probably ban them, not games, because I don't think it's GTA's fault, honestly, personally, on a level. But I don't live in America. If you all want to keep having your kids murdered, be my guest. I don't personally care. So yeah, I told you this would be controversial. Thanks for watching. It was just something I wanted to do really quickly because I had no ideas and I'm literally recording it the day before. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next video.